Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you are. Welcome to the day 2 of the Action on Disaster Relief 2021. Since 2016, ADR's path of success has never been so different as this version 2021 has its virtual nature. However, different does not mean less dynamic, less exciting, and remains an important opportunity for all of you and to us to make contacts, learn from each other, and strengthen your organization's network. From our vantage point at the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, OCHA, we are increasingly concerned with a number of social issues present in Latin America and the Caribbean. Only 2 years ago, the financial requirements to address the humanitarian response plans that guide our work and indeed guide the work of many humanitarian workers was approximately $600 million. By the end of 2020, this number got to 4 billion to respond to the most critical needs of approximately 41 million people across 34 countries and territories. We know that this number is conservative because we are considered just a portion documented in response plans. But this number also represents the most vulnerable groups, such as population in poverty, children, women, the elderly, indigenous groups, migrants and refugees, members of LGBTI community, and other chronically disadvantaged groups facing extraordinary difficulties in receiving the necessary response from the existing social protection services. While these numbers are on the rise and ascending, the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic effects continue pushing millions into unprecedented vulnerabilities and will continue to do so, even the prospect of hope with ongoing vaccination campaigns. Colleagues, Latin America and the Caribbean is composed most of middle and high-income economies with no major conflicts. And this is a profile that traditionally does not draw urgent attention from the international community. This profile makes the task of fundraising for response to socioeconomic and humanitarian response plans even more challenging. But be sure that these plans are trying to propose solutions to deal with recurring issues on food security, on violence, gender-based violence, lack of water and sanitation, weaknesses of the healthcare system, epidemics, forced population movements, and we only receive an average 35 to 40%. So we count on many of us, more people to engage with our plans. At OCHA, we see that the accumulation of these multiple interrelated vulnerabilities across the countries, and this phenomenon we would like to call the humanitarian blisters. And like in many diseases, when these blisters, when these bubbles are too many, maybe it's too late to treat the disease. These blisters, these bubbles will keep affecting societies negatively and keep undermining the abilities and capacities of authorities and organizations to improve the development indicators committed to the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. We are already seeing these blisters become more and more painful, and we need to act now. If we don't act now and with determination, there is a huge potential for an escalation of humanitarian crisis in our region. We saw in the end of 2020 that the impact of Eta and Jota, 2 major hurricanes in Central America, has forced once again thousands of people to move since they have little reason to stay in rebuilding communities still plagued by weakened economic, chronic violence, and limited access to strained social services offered. Action on disaster relief is an important event since it contributes to our ongoing efforts to engage with the private sector and find ways to integrate them into existing response mechanisms to support our projects, and it's for you to become a valued and active participant in our plans. We also recognize that our private sector colleagues have their own goals and pursuits for this event, and we hope that it provides a prosperous space to do so. We look forward to hearing panelists share this view of the second day, sharing their experience, and potential solutions for addressing pressing issues. We look forward to everyone making good matches during the matchmaking section. We are looking forward for another successful action on disaster relief, expecting to see an improvement on the quality and efficiency of the humanitarian action. Hope you enjoy and benefit from the dialogues, from the interactions, and from the sections. Have a pleasant day and welcome to the second day.